Bamo! What we saying, guys? Good morning. Welcome to the Kings of the Bridge. How are you all doing? I hope you're all well. Make sure you're smashing that like button. We are here for the Champions League draw as well. And honestly, like Mike says here, that intro, you just know we're back. You know something's going on in around Chelsea when you hear that intro. Big up every single one of you's in here right now as well. It's just nearly 15 of you. I know it's early. People will probably work in and everything else. But I did promise a Champions League draw live, which we'll be going through together between us as well. But yeah, what we all saying? How are we all doing? I see there's a couple people in here already. Come and say hello in the chat, guys, as well. And please make sure that you're smashing them likes, man. We need to get these likes up. We need to get these likes up, guys. And yeah, we can obviously talk about the draw once I can zoom into it a bit. We can talk about the draw, which is on the screen as well. What to expect? What do we think? Who's going to get who? Do a little guess before it starts. I think it's on YouTube, right? I'm assuming it's on YouTube. So obviously we'll be looking into. We'll be watching it on YouTube as well. Give us PSG. I see a couple of people slowly and surely coming through. Big up everyone that's coming in right now. Mike G. Tino, good to see you. King Raf, how are you, man? Big man, what are you saying? How are you, bro? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Are we able to watch it on here, Jem? I don't know. I don't think so. I wanted to. I wanted to be able to do it, but I'm not sure. Because I don't know whether the rights of TNT and that are going to moan about us viewing it. But I think because, like, this is the thing, right? I've seen people go on while they're live, go on other people's live when they're live and watch what they're talking about, like stream it on their live, and nothing's happened to their stream. So I'm going to think you can, but I don't know, Gtinho. I've not actually checked. Give us PSG is what we've got here from Sparkle. You want PSG? Pairs, Jim. Do you prefer pissing? Do you prefer PSG? It's not PSG. You've gone for PSG or Newcastle. Oh, we'll get into it in a bit. I will give my preferences. I have a bit of a different feeling towards it compared to others. I did put a tweet out asking people who do they prefer, Newcastle or PSG, in regards to Chelsea. Who are you more comfortable with getting? We can hear it through here, yeah. We can hear it through here. Yeah, you'll be able to hear it through here. I'll pull it on my phone. I just don't know if I can visually show it. Hussam shows all sorts of things on his channel, including showing other people's lives. This is what I'm saying. So, but I've never seen someone actually like go on. We can do it. We can try it. All it might do is just copyright the. It might just copyright the live. That's the only thing. But it might not. It might be okay. We could. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we're allowed to show sort of like, this is where I think it's different. So when you show other people's lives, it's different to showing TNT, who are brands broadcasting, because they're broadcasting something live effectively. Yeah, I think we can't do it. But if someone's live on their channel, it's a little bit different, isn't it? I don't know. Ask Sam. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never seen anyone else do it. That's why I've not bothered doing it, because I don't know if you can. Yo, Jem, what are you saying? Rogue, how are you, man? Are you good? Are you good, bro? Good to see you. We've got the Champions League draw very soon. We're going to go through the draw itself in a second. I could message them while we're live. Let's see if I can message YouTube while we're live and see if they respond, innit? Chat. YouTube policies, copyright issues. Say YouTube policies. Oh, I'm number 5 in line. Anyway, I'm number 5 in line. We might be able to ask them before it comes on. So let's see what they say. Could you just play audio to it? Yeah, I can. I can play the audio on my phone. We'll definitely have the audio up, but I will ask the question to see if they're okay with me streaming the TNT live broadcast of the draw. And if they say yeah, then at least then I'm protected, right? So That's what I'm thinking. Right, let's get into this draw. Over 20 of you here right now. Welcome in, guys. I hope you will. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, because we're 5 away from 8.5k subscribers as well. So I'd massively appreciate it if you guys subscribe to the channel as well. Right, who are we going with first? So let's go to the top. Chelsea, Barcelona on both sides. As you can see, you've got PSG on the left and you've got Newcastle on the right. If anything happens, I'll see you. So Chelsea can either play PSG or Newcastle. The same with Barcelona. But I'm here. Yes, Carly, how are you? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Carly. Hope you're well, as always. Right. Going back to this. Barcelona, Chelsea can either play Newcastle, PSG, as you can see at the top. I want to ask you guys in the chat, who do you think Chelsea will get in this draw? Who do you think we will get in this draw? Newcastle or PSG? And I also want to know the reasons as to why you want these teams compared to the others. I'll give you mine. I don't actually mind both. I know it sounds very weird, but I'm a little bit reluctant with Newcastle just because of our away form at Newcastle. Our away form at Newcastle absolutely stinks. And I've watched PSG and I watched them against Monaco. They drew 2 of our own before obviously going through by 1 goal on aggregate as well. Yes, Jonathan, how are you, mate? 1 goal on aggregate. And I'll be honest with you guys, PSG look a lot more vulnerable and easier to play against at this moment in time than Newcastle. However, and I will say however to this, however, PSG and Luis Enrique are looking to get revenge against Chelsea. So could this be a good idea for us wanting to meet them purely against the fact that they're going to be looking at revenge for the Club World Cup? And Luis Enrique has mentioned he's wanted Chelsea as well in talks. I don't know. You know, that worries me a little bit in terms of how they will turn up. Will they turn up 10-10 game, not get anything wrong, attack on fire, you know, giving us problems? Because defensively, let's not lie. Defensively, we ain't good. You know. However, do I think we can beat PSG? Yes. Do I think they look more vulnerable on the defending side of things, PSG? Yes. So ultimately, you could probably say we're both quite weak defensively. But do I fancy my chances against PSG if we got them? Yeah. So, yeah, is the answer to PSG. But Newcastle, for me, at home, I think we beat them. I think that could be a 2-3-0. So I think it could be an easier game at home against Newcastle than it would be PSG. Maybe I'm wrong to say that. But I actually think that the away game against Newcastle would be harder than going away to PSG. And that sounds crazy to say this, but going away and playing PSG or Newcastle, I'd rather play PSG. Playing at home, I'd rather play Newcastle rather than PSG. It's like the opposite way round, right? Opposite way round. So for me, I'm going to stick with PSG slightly. But I think, and the only reason I say that is because I don't think they'll sit back and they will play as well. They will come out and they will press. They'll try and get in our faces, and there will be space for us to play. And we know what we're like in space. We want people to come out. We want them pockets of spaces to be created for us. So I don't mind both, but I think both have the different effects. Like I said, if it's an away game, I'd rather play PSG away than Newcastle. If it's at home, I'd rather play Newcastle rather than play PSG. So I'm just going to say by a little bit PSG at this moment in time. Big up Jonathan Rumpel. How are you? PSG want revenge. That's a very dangerous game. That is the only worry as well. How do they turn up PSG? You know, they've not looked great still, but they do have real quality players. And that's the real worry when it comes to PSG, because you just don't know what type of PSG will turn up. However, defensively, they are shit. They are so bad. The Monaco goals that I saw against PSG, honestly, ridiculous. I don't want to play Newcastle 3 times. And that's the other thing, Booker. You're spot on. If we get Newcastle, we've got Newcastle 3 games in a row. It's what we call a triple threat match, where we'll be going back to back with them. Hello, 1 second. Am I allowed to stream the Champions League draw live through another 1 second YouTube channel without copyright. Am I allowed to stream while live the Champions League draw live through another YouTube channel? So yeah, that's what I just said to him, without copyright issues. So can we? I've just asked a question. I said I'm currently 1 second, guys. I'm just speaking to YouTube now. I was wondering. If I can stream the Champions League draw live from for better understanding, can you tell me more about yourself? Stretch broadcasting within I'm just asking the question if we can do that. Sorry, guys. I want him to say, yeah, you can. I'll take Newcastle. 2 of these 3 games will be at home, though. True, which is more I am more confident on, but still, 3 games against Newcastle is not ideal. As long as you don't show it on your screen, you're fine. Well, I'm talking to him to see if I can broadcast it from my live. Effectively, that makes sense, which I hope that makes sense to them. I can stream the Champions League draw live from another YouTube channel like TNT. She's just writing on. Where's Connie Blue at? He should be up for the draw. Connie Blue's not in, man. Connie Blue. Thanks for the additional information. Live on my channel if I'm going to get copyright. Sorry, guys, but this is important for us, right? Correct. I know how important it is for you to know whether you get copyright violation if you stream the ongoing Champions League draw. Is yeah, correct. Oh, they're going to answer my question now. They're going to answer my question. Maybe we might be able to. Let's see what they say. But anyway, that's Chelsea. So I'm going to go PSG just slightly. Newcastle, yeah, if we get them, we get them. I'm not too annoyed, but we'll have to see really what happens on that. Barcelona either way will play Newcastle or PSG as well. So again, 1 second. So again, you know, it's going to be interesting to see. Right, next part of this is Liverpool and Tottenham. From the shed end. How you doing, man? You good? You might get a copyright strike, mate. Please, best thing to do is... Best thing to do is screen share the UEFA website or something similar that shows the draw happening live. What, is it like an actual live broadcast, bro? That's what I'm trying to understand. Or is it... 1 second. They're writing to me now. They're right. They're checking. They said give them 5 minutes. They'll let me know. So basically, what I go on to UEFA. Go on to UEFA. I need to get through this draw as well quickly, but I do want to know if we can watch it. Watch and follow. We should be able to because I'm actually on the Champions League. I think we might be all right, you know. I've got it on the Champions League site. Yeah, okay, cool. That's true. Maybe I just use UEFA then because it's not copyrighted then, is it? Yeah, good idea, guys. Good idea. So we will be showing it live. You'll be getting live access to it. Let's see what they're saying. So even if YouTube say no, you can't share the draw live on a YouTube platform, then we just go over to UEFA because UEFA is showing it for free, which means you can stream it, basically, broadcast it live. So we will be showing it live here. That's the question. I think UEFA stream it, Jim, which is not him. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I've got it up anyway. I've got it up. I've got it up, guys. We're all good. We are all good. So we will be showing it live. Right, anyway, going back to this. Tottenham-Liverpool. Tottenham-Liverpool have either got Atletico Madrid or Galatasaray. Who do we think Tottenham or Liverpool are going to get? I think Liverpool are going to get Atletico Madrid, and I think Tottenham are going to get Galatasaray. That's my guess right now. Galatasaray, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool. What are you guys saying in the chat? So I've gone PSG, Chelsea, Barcelona, Newcastle. If you remember the Barcelona-Newcastle game, it was quite close between them before. So Newcastle want revenge as well, like PSG. But yeah, I'm going with a Liverpool versus Atletico and a Tottenham versus Galatasaray on that one. And then we have either Real Madrid and Sporting, Man City and Sporting against Real Madrid or Bodo Glimt. I mean, Bodo Glimt are a good team. They're not weak. They're not a weak team. So, you know, they're not easy. Ideally, I think Sporting would probably want Bodo Glimt. I think Real Madrid are going to get Man City. I think it's going to be Real Madrid versus Man City. And I think it's going to be Sporting versus Bodo Glimt. That's my guess on that one. That is my guess on that one. And then we have the Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Caladog to face his former club. Yeah. I don't know about that, GT. I think he's going to get Galatasaray. And they've both got Leverkusen or Atalanta. I mean, that's been quite kind to Bayern Munich and Arsenal. I'm going to go with an Arsenal-Atalanta. And I'm going to go with a Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen all-round German clash on that one as well. That's what we're going with. That is what we go with. Oh, by the way, guys, we will be showing the Champions League draw live on here as well. In fact, we can actually go over to that. But I need you guys to hit the likes right now. I need everyone in here to be running up the likes, sharing it out as well, as much as you can. Be massively appreciated. And how does it work from this side? Well, whoever faces whoever, the quarterfinal says that the winner of round 16 match 1 will play winners of round 16 match 2. How does that work out? I have no clue. I'm sure. So wait a sec. Do they do the round of 16 and quarters and then do semi-final after? Or do they just do the round of 16 on this? Does anyone know? Does anyone know how it operates? Just interested to know. Working in the office today, so I'm missing the draw. Has it started? No, it's not. We're going to be doing it live here. We're going to be having it live and in the flesh on the UEFA website. We'll be watching it here together. In about 5 minutes' time, it starts. Keep an eye out for it. Osimhen will spank Spurs. Yeah. What does that mean, GTNO? They do the quarters and round of 16 together. Does anyone actually know that? Does anyone actually know that? I believe we should know the pathway to the final from this draw. Really? Okay, cool. Well, once it's announced, we can obviously switch over from the UEFA site onto the fixtures section, the matches section, and then should be able to get it broken down straight after the draw. So lots to get into, guys. Lots to bring in. YouTuber just messaged me now and said, "Hi there." This is what YouTube is saying. Thanks for waiting, Jem. No problem. Are you still there? Yes, I am. I am here. What news have you got for me? What news have they got for me? What news have they got for me? Yeah, I think so. They've changed it that you kind of know your full run to the final. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this will be a good live then. We'll get to see the whole run through from now to the final as well. Make sure you just smash in the likes. We've got a couple minutes, 5 minutes actually, 5 minutes, 4 minutes until the draw starts. I want to get your thoughts in the chat as well. Let me know who you think's getting who from the round of 16 games on the right. What are they saying? They are saying thanks. All right. So just tell me what's the answer? I know this is important for you. Yeah. So just tell me. For further assistance, I need you to route you over for copyright specials. Oh my god. Yes. Thanks. My God, they wasted all my time to tell me that I've got to wait. Jim, what you make off our financial losses? Second highest after Barcelona. What, our financial losses? It's what happens when you haven't got a front of shirt sponsor that could also be giving you £65 million a year. Do you know what I mean? Pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. Pain in the big fat ass. Here we go. Chelsea Fish says PSG versus Barca, Gala versus Paul, Madrid versus City, Atlanta versus Arsenal, Newcastle versus Chelsea, Atleti versus Spuds, Bordeaux versus Sporting, Leverkusen versus Bayern. Is my prediction. Interesting. I'd say I've gone a little bit different here on that. I've gone with PSG. I've gone with PSG versus Chelsea. I've gone with Newcastle versus Barca. I've gone with Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Galatasaray versus Spurs. So a little bit of a switch around here and there as well. Owner's a disgrace. I know, man. I know the feeling. Yeah, we're going to be pretty much presenting this live on your screen. I mean, it's in your face. It's in your face live. Dreamer, how are you, man? Are you good to see you? Hope you're well, man. Welcome in as well. Big up everyone that's coming through the door right now, live and direct for sure. This is what I'm saying. People don't realize we've got it live and direct right now. Should be all right. Shouldn't have any copyright infringements. Plus, YouTube are taking ages to give me an answer of whether we can stream it. Hello. I've got the manager now. Manager from the YouTube support team. Great. Live and direct, exactly. Make sure you're sharing it out. Smash the likes. I'm just quickly going to reshare it. Have I reshared it? I think everyone... Have I even put it out on Twitter? I have, yeah. I have. Can't you delete this live after it's done and you'll be okay? Well, no, it's on UEFA's for free, so there's no paid subscription for it, which usually means there's no copyright infractions because effectively you're getting to watch it for free. That's what we're going on. But I am talking to YouTube as we speak right now, in between, just to find out whether we can stream it through YouTube, because it'd be good to know in the future, right? If we can stream, draws and press conferences and things like that via YouTube. Exactly. It's on at 1 o'clock today, is it? Has Bobby Vincent put his tweet out? But yeah, we are. Well, it should be starting now, effectively. There you go.
Good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to the House of European Football here in Lyon for the 2025-26 UEFA Champions League round of 16 draw. We're rapidly approaching the business end of the season, and today we're going to map out the route all the way to the final with every single one of the remaining teams dreaming of European glory and the chance to lift that beautiful trophy. Well, 8 clubs were already safely through to this stage following the league phase. 8 more qualified via the playoffs, of course, with plenty of twists and turns, spectacular goals and thrilling finales. Now that we have our breath back following this week's electric action, let's see which teams have secured their spots in the last 16.
Go, 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 go. Chelsea! Chelsea.
All right, exciting stuff. Those are the teams who still harbor hopes of making it to Budapest on the 30th of May. The question is, what is their path until the final? We're about to find out. But first, we need the man who is going to conduct proceedings. That is, of course, UEFA Deputy General Secretary Giorgio Marchetti. Welcome, Giorgio.
Thank you, Pedro.
Great to see you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is hard for all of us to believe that we are already looking ahead to the decisive stages of the 2025-26 UEFA Champions League with so much drama packed into just a few short months. That excitement continued as 8 playoff ties concluded this week, providing no fewer than 64 goals as teams battled to secure their place in the round of 16. Bodo Glimt's incredible adventure continues, eliminating last season's finalist Inter to become the first Norwegian team to win a UEFA Champions League knockout tie. But Atalanta's last-minute comeback against Dortmund ensures that Italy at least is represented in the round of 16 for a 23rd consecutive season. Such emotions promise to make the journey ahead in the coming months even bumpier, with 29 matches to go before we crown this season's champions in beautiful Budapest on the 30th of May. On behalf of UEFA, good luck to all the 16 remaining clubs waiting to discover their pathway to the final. Plan step by step, but dream big, as the iconic trophy with the years is already in sight at the end of the line. And now, to help us paint that picture, we have a legend who knows exactly how it feels to go all the way in the UEFA Champions League.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Ivan Rakitic. Welcome, Ivan.
Hi, Ivan. Hi, welcome.
Fantastic to have you here. Before you get to work with Giorgio, I have a couple of questions for you. You're reunited with the trophy, right? When you have a look at this beautiful piece of silverware, what memories come to mind?
It's amazing. It's amazing. I think just to see it again there, I want to be there to fight for the trophy again. So it's really, I feel really happy, really proud of it. It was amazing, all this fight we had on the pitch, and to see it again there. So wishing really to everybody good luck, and the best emotion is to get it in your hands.
You know, you haven't retired that long ago and you're still in amazing shape. I'm sure you could get out there if you wanted to, but you didn't get a chance to play in the new format, right? So how have you followed that? What do you think it brings to European competition?
I really, first of all, want to congratulate, because it's really amazing. I think all this emotion we can feel also between the players. It's really amazing. I think also the last games we had was, you just were in front of the TV and enjoying. This is unbelievable, and I think it's a winning part for all of us now as a fan, enjoying a lot, and really it's really amazing, and congratulate again.
It's great to have you here today, but of course you know UEFA headquarters quite well because you come here a few times. You're an ambassador for the UEFA Foundation for Children. Helping out.
We want to get on with
How
it.
important is it for you to give back, and tell me about some of the work that you would like to develop and evolve alongside with the UEFA Foundation and the UEFA president as well?
No, first of all, it's really amazing to be part of this family. I'm also father of 2 amazing 2 daughters. I know how important it is to see the kids happy, to enjoy, and even if we now can do something to see these kids happy, to enjoy. I know that Tanya and Karin, they are doing an amazing job, and hopefully in the future to travel with them.
Smash the likes, guys. Smash
to,
the like button.
To see these kids happy. This is the best part. Hopefully I will have the opportunity to play football with them, to enjoy together, and this is really just amazing. I'm so proud to be part of this family.
Yeah, great work from the foundation around the world, and you're a great signing for them as well, Ivan. We're nearly ready to commence the draw, but before we do, a couple of important notes to pass along. The calendar for the round of 16 matches will be available later tonight, with a quarterfinals match scheduled to be communicated in principle later on the 19th of March after the completion of the round of 16. The semi-finals schedule will be confirmed on April 16th. following the quarterfinal second leg. So that's it as far as the calendar is concerned. Before handing over to Giorgio and Ivan, here's a little video explaining how today's draw will work.
There we go, guys.
Are seeded and are paired according to their league phase rankings. So the teams in positions 1 and 2 are paired, teams in positions 3 and 4, and so on. To the final, the ties as well as the order of the matches is determined also by the bracket. Therefore, having been positioned in the bracket by the draw of the knockout phase playoff and round of 16,
Liam talking about.
teams qualifying from the round of 16 follow the path of the bracket until the final.
To the
And,
final.
as in the previous
So they can
rounds,
play- all right,
quarterfinals and semi-finals,
Okay.
the teams indicated, i.e. those in the bottom row of each match pairing, will play the second leg of the relevant tie at home. The finalist on the silver side of the bracket is designated as the nominal home team for the final. After the draw, if it becomes apparent that any ties are affected by city or stadium clashes, these clashes will be resolved in accordance with the principles set by the Club Competitions
Honestly,
Committee for
Carly.
city and stadium clashes. The round of 16 match schedule will be available tonight.
You know. Do you understand that? Anyone understand that?
So that was the explanation, and in front of me you now can see the balls containing the pairs of seeded teams as mentioned in the video. The first team drawn from each pair will join the silver part of the bracket to the left, while the second will be paired with the opponent waiting in the blue section on the right. And now that everything is almost ready, before we begin, a final reminder of the clubs which are going to be drawn. Obviously, there are pairs, and the first pair is in position 1 and 2, Arsenal and Bayern. Then we have Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur. We continue with FC Barcelona and Chelsea, and we finish with Sporting Club and Manchester City. Ivan, everything has been said, everything is ready. Now it's your turn. Please start with the ball of position 7 and 8, a shuffle, and first team drawn to join the silver side. We're going to draw now Sporting and Manchester City, so don't worry. Take your time.
The cream.
The cream on the hands.
Yeah.
If you want help, I'm here. So here we go. Don't worry, it will be easy.
Manchester City.
So Manchester City is going to join Real Madrid on the silver side for what has become now a European Classico.
I said it.
Previous ties,
Man City,
including
Real Madrid.
the league phase of this season. And that's the first great challenge that we're going to have in this round of 16. Now you draw, please, the second team of the of this pair, which is...
Sporting Club.
Which is, of course, Sporting Club de Portugal, and Sporting Club de Portugal will visit the great outsider of the season, Bodo Glimt. Never these two teams have played in a European competition, so it's a premiere. With this first two ties already drawn, now we can continue, and we draw now positions 5 and 6, which were taken in the league phase by FC Barcelona and Chelsea FC.
Oh, here we go, guys.
And the first team is joining, of course, the silver part.
Chelsea.
So Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea.
I told you.
In this,
told you.
in this side of
I
the
told
bracket.
you.
They played
Of course it
4
is.
times in the past, but
Of
the last
course
time
it
in the
is.
Champions League was round of 16,
Of
15,
course it-
16. So we are
At least
ready
we're
to
away
see
first,
also the
though.
second
Away
name.
first, home second.
And this time
Second leg at home.
it is
FC Barcelona.
FC Barcelona, that you know very well, Ivan. 3 previous ties with Newcastle for Barcelona, 5-time winners, and the winners of 14 UEFA titles between Champions League, Super Cup, and Cup Winners' Cup. Now we've done 50% of the draw. I kindly ask you to come to this side, because now we go with the positions 3 and 4, Liverpool or Tottenham Hotspur.
Liverpool.
So the first one is Liverpool, and this means that Liverpool will have to face the opposition of Galatasaray. They met already this season, and for Liverpool it was tough in Istanbul. Now let's see what will happen in this tie in the round of 16.
Yes.
The second name of an English pair is going now to the blue side.
Tottenham Hotspur.
And this is Tottenham Hotspur against Atletico Madrid. These two teams faced themselves only once in history, and that was the Cup Winners' Cup of 1963. So it's an interesting remake of a very old final. And with Atletico Tottenham, now we are ready to learn the last two pairings, and we have to draw the two best teams of the league phase, which were Arsenal and Bayern.
Here we go.
Bayern München.
So Bayern goes to the silver, and in the silver they will face Atalanta. They never faced in the past. So for Bayern, which are in their 18th successive season in knockout, it will be a clash with Atalanta. Only one to go.
Arsenal got what they got? Leverkusen.
Arsenal.
And Arsenal finally, same ties as last year. Sorry, as we had in 2001 and 2002 for Arsenal playing against Leverkusen. So this concludes our draw. And now that the bracket is composed, all the potential fixtures are known. Let me just remind you that the teams qualifying from the round of 16 follow this path all the way until the final. And of course, as we know, the team in the bottom row of each pairing will play the second.
Man, that means we've got Galatasaray or Liverpool.
With this, all has
If we
been
beat
done and
PSG,
said.
Galatasaray or Liverpool.
Yeah, gentlemen, well done. Let's have a look at the lineup, shall we? It's a star-studded lineup. You wouldn't expect anything else from the world's top club competition. Paris Saint-Germain taking on Chelsea, Galatasaray facing Liverpool. It's Real Madrid versus Manchester City, and Atalanta facing Bayern Munich. That's on one side of the bracket, the silver side. On the blue side, we've got Newcastle taking on Barcelona, Atleti battling Tottenham, Bodo Glimt taking on Sporting, and Bayer Leverkusen facing Arsenal. As Giorgio mentioned, we now have really the full picture now all the way to the final in Budapest. So we're looking forward to that. Before we sign off, it's time to mark your calendars, of course. The round of 16 first legs to be played on the 10th and 11th of March, with the return leg scheduled 1 week later on the 17th and 18th
2 weeks, guys.
of March. That'll do it from all of us here at the House of European Football. Fantastic to have Ivan here. Well done as always, Giorgio. It's a special day because it's the last draw of the UEFA Champions League season, also because it's Giorgio's birthday. So I'm sorry to embarrass you, but I think he deserves a round of applause. I think it's 49, right? Right, Giorgio?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Fantastic to see everyone here in Lyon today. Enjoy the rest of the season. See you again.
There you go, guys. Champions League draw done. Chelsea Football Club, as they did play PSG and meet them in the Club World Cup final, will play them again. How exciting. PSG versus Chelsea on the 10th or the 11th, right? 10th or the 11th of March is the first one. We start away and then we find ourselves at home. Happy birthday, stranger. Yeah. What is Arsenal's run to the final? I need to see the runs to the final. Has anyone got it? Let's have a look. See if we can find it. Surely Daily or someone's got it. Surely Daily. Where's Daily? Sure Daily's got it. No, he hasn't yet. No one's got it yet. We might have to go on the UEFA site. Let's go UEFA. Let's have a look at it. So, basically, cut a long story short, I don't know if anyone can even see it. Fabrizio has it. Oh, Fabrizio. Let's go Fabrizio. He's probably got it cleaner so we can see it. What the hell is that? What is he doing? What is he doing? Right. There we go. There we go, guys. So Chelsea have PSG. Chelsea have PSG, guys. Let me zoom in. There we go. So Chelsea have PSG. If we get through PSG, we've either got Galatasaray or Liverpool. Galatasaray or Liverpool. Straight on the back of that. I'm assuming, right? Yeah, so we meet there. And then we go against round 16, quarterfinal. And then the semi-final would be against either Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern Munich, or at Atalanta. This is a fucking joke. Have you seen Arsenal's run? Oh, my God. Newcastle, Barcelona on the other side. Tottenham, Atletico, Bodo Glimt, Sporting, and Arsenal got Bayer Leverkusen. If Arsenal beat Bayer Leverkusen, they get either Sporting or Bodo Glimt in the quarterfinals. And then if they win that, they will play the winners of Atletico, Tottenham, Barcelona, and Newcastle before they get to the final. Basically, Arsenal are on their road to get into a semi-final, guys. They're on the road to get into a semi-final. They can't bottle this. Arsenal have been given a road to the final, pretty much. They might have a little bit of a tricky semi-final, depending on who goes through. You'd think it would probably be one of the Spanish teams, maybe. Barcelona or Atletico for them. But they've got a route to the semi-final quite comfortably. Chelsea, on the other hand, and Liverpool, you know, we've got the hardest run. By a mile, we've got the hardest run. PSG, then maybe Liverpool after, then maybe Real Madrid or Man City after, or Bayern Munich, before we even make it to the final. We'd have to play all of these teams and beat all of these teams to make it to their final. And then you've got Arsenal, who only got to play Leverkusen, and then maybe and then either Sporting or Bodo Glimt, and then they got to either play Barcelona, Tottenham, Atletico, or Newcastle before they even get to a final. Oh my God. Oh no, we needed Arsenal on the other side. We needed Bayern Munich on the right. We needed Bayern Munich on the right, and we needed Arsenal on the left. This has worked out perfectly for Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club are set. Barcelona will look at it as well as an opportunity. Because if you look at Barcelona, if they beat Newcastle, they've only got to play Spurs or Atletico Madrid, who are not the greatest of teams. So for Barcelona, they'll look at this as an opportunity to get to the semi-final. If I'm going to be a guessing man, I think you look at Arsenal beating Leverkusen. I think Bodo Glimt will beat Sporting. I can see that happening. I really can. And then it'll be a Bodo Glimt versus Arsenal quarterfinals. That'll be that. And then you're going to have Atletico Madrid beating Spurs. That will happen. And I think Barcelona will edge past Newcastle as well. So I think you'll end up having an Atletico versus Barcelona quarterfinal. And then from the quarterfinals, I think Arsenal will beat Bodo Glimt. And I think Barcelona will beat Atletico Madrid. Your semi-final, in my opinion, is going to be Barcelona versus Arsenal. Barcelona versus Arsenal semi-final. That's what I'm calling on that side. On the other side, well, it could go many ways. There's so many fucking big teams on this side. But let's say, for hindsight, Chelsea beat PSG. Chelsea beat PSG, let's say. Then Liverpool beat Galatasaray. Even though Galatasaray beat him, I think Liverpool will find a way to beat Galatasaray. That means Chelsea will play Liverpool in the quarterfinals, let's say. Real Madrid versus Man City I actually think Man City will beat Real Madrid. This is where I think Real Madrid will go out. Real Madrid will go out against Man City, in my opinion. So I'm going to go with Man City to beat Real Madrid, and I'm going to go with Bayern Munich to beat Atalanta. That leaves you with a Man City Bayern Munich semi-final. Man City Bayern Munich semi-final. Chelsea versus Liverpool semi-final. Quarterfinal. 2 quarterfinals on one side, and on the other side of the quarterfinals, I'm going with Barcelona and Atletico, and I'm going with Arsenal and Bodo Glimt as your quarterfinals. And then for the semis, like I said, I think, well, Chelsea can beat Liverpool, but Liverpool can also beat Chelsea. So effectively, I'm going to go with a Liverpool. I want to go with a Chelsea beating Liverpool over 2 legs in the quarterfinal, get into the semi-final. And then I'm going to go with a Bayern Munich beating Man City in the quarterfinal and meeting Chelsea in the semis. So I'm going with a Chelsea versus Bayern Munich semi-final and a Barcelona versus Arsenal semi-final. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's my prediction there and then. Guys, there's only nearly 200 of you here. Big up every single one of you in here. Please make sure you're smashing the like buttons, supporting Kings of the Bridge as well. Subscribe to the channel, become a member. We've got a giveaway on Sunday. We're doing a watch along for the Arsenal game on Sunday. So make sure you're here on Sunday for the watch along as well. But Arsenal, I've got a real good run, really good run to the final. They have no reason not to make it to the final, Arsenal. No reason. Barring maybe the semis, they got Barcelona. But I even think they should beat Barcelona. Because Barcelona are just not that good. Attacking-wise, yeah. But it depends at what form Arsenal's in, right? So effectively, who's stopping Arsenal? Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, maybe. And then they get to a final against whoever on our side. Bayern Munich, Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Chelsea, maybe PSG, if PSG find their form again. Rampal says in the chat, we ain't beating PSG. We are not beating PSG, is what he thinks. Asking all my Chelsea fans in the chat right now, if you're a Chelsea fan, I'm assuming most of you in here are you confident on Chelsea beating PSG? Yes or no? I want to know in the chat. Yes or no? Chelsea beat PSG and get through to the quarterfinals? I just want to hear it. Arsenal luck, man, makes me sick. I know. They're actually getting set up for a Premier League, a Champions League, a Carabao Cup final, and they're still in the FA Cup. They could literally go and get a treble. Oh, my fucking God. And you know what makes it more sweet? If they bottle the Champions League, if they bottle the Premier League right now, this will be the worst bottling of any football club I've ever witnessed. Not only have you been blessed in the Champions League run, but you've also been blessed. Well, you've played well. You've been the best team in the Premier League. You have no reason to be dropping off. But, Mike, you've got to think of it the other way as well. The other way being, if they bottle it, if they do there is to do, Pez Lord. If they bottle it, they're done out here. They're done out here. All depends on the away game, to be honest. If we can take it back to the Bridge, either. Well, the only thing I'd say about Chelsea is that we are away first, and I do think that's a good thing. I do think that's a very important thing. Being the fact that we are away against them, I think is a bonus, because I do prefer to have home legs, the second legs of the home legs at home. That works in our favour. However, we've got to make sure that we don't get slapped and we kind of either win or draw that first leg. I think Liverpool will beat Galatasaray. I think that'll be a 1-2-0 away. I think the Real Madrid versus Man City game will be a draw. Maybe a draw or a 1-0 either way. I think the Atalanta Bayern's going to be 2-0 Bayern. I think the Newcastle versus Barcelona game, I think that's going to be a draw. I think Atletico and Spurs, I think Atletico are going to win 1-2-0 in that game against Spurs. I think Bodo Glimt's going to beat Sporting Lisbon at home. That's my guess on that. And I've watched Bayer Leverkusen this year. They are not good. Bayer Leverkusen are not good. Arsenal will walk away over 1-2-0 on that for me as well. They will. Arsenal getting to the final. Fuck. Well, semi-final at least. Yeah, they should be getting to the semi-final. You say it's a good thing, but I feel if we go back to the Bridge losing by 2 goals, then we're fucked. Yeah, true. I mean, our home record's not ideally great, But in cup competitions, it's a little bit different, GT. Like, you know, I know domestically we've been not good enough and we're very poor at home domestically compared to away. But in cup competitions, I always feel like Champions League nights at home. You saw the Barcelona game at home, right? The electricity that you get from a Champions League home game is just, you know, it's just different. It's a different atmosphere to a Premier League game. There's just no comparison. So I prefer to still have it as my second leg rather than my first leg, you know? Yeah, do what Matt says as well. Become a member to have a chance to be a part of the giveaway as well. We'll see if this gets copyrighted. I mean, they've told me that they're not sure, basically. That's what YouTube have told me. They said it depends on the broadcaster's copywriting, if they put a copyright through. That's what they said to me. But we'll see. Hopefully they don't, because it was only on UEFA's website and it's not a paid subscription. So it's a good way to see. If we actually went and won this would be by far the most impressive UCL win of our route. Oh, by far. We'd have to beat PSG. We'd have to beat Liverpool. And then we'd either have to beat Real Madrid, Man City, or Bayern Munich before we even get to the final. And then when we get to the final, we're most probably going to play either Arsenal or Barcelona. Arsenal or Barcelona in the final. Can you imagine if Bodo Glimt beat Arsenal at home like 2-0? Bodo Glimt. Please, Bodo Glimt. Absolutely smack them up. Bring back the Maresca for the PSG games is what Ghost Paru's saying. Yeah. If you see keenly the teams that finished top places of UEFA table have gotten, yes. Well, that's the benefit, right? Ultimately. But you say that, it's not really a benefit because look at Bayern. They finished second. And look at their route to the final. They'd have to beat Man City. They obviously got to beat Atalanta. They'd have to beat Man City or Real Madrid. Then they'd have to beat either Chelsea or Liverpool or PSG. It's quite hard on that side. I'm more scared of Liverpool than PSG, to be honest. Yeah, Liverpool, I don't know. It'll be interesting. We've got to get through PSG first, and that won't be easy. They're obviously the holders of last year's Champions League. They're going to want to give us an absolute wonking as well, especially after the Club World Cup. Luis Enrique is sitting there smiling. I can see it. And he even said, if we get Chelsea, there's a couple things that we're going to have to change. He made it very clear. There's a couple things we're going to have to change if we get Chelsea. And I do think he's going to play a little bit more reserved in his style. I don't think he's going to be gun-ho. I don't think he's going to open up space. I think we're going to see a different style PSG, which I think is going to be really interesting because we haven't seen it all season, right? So, Bodo, give me one more day. I know, Bodo, please. I mean, if Leverkusen can do something for us, please, Leverkusen, do it. But I just see Leverkusen getting slapped at Arsenal. Even if they were winning 1-2-0 Leverkusen, they'd probably lose 4-2 because they'll just get slapped. But Bodo Glimt, I would put more faith in Bodo Glimt to stop Arsenal than Sporting by a mile. They're actually not a bad team, Bodo Glimt. I've watched them. Bayern or Chelsea versus Arsenal final. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, right? Chelsea, get past PSG, get past Liverpool, get past Bayern Munich, and then got Arsenal. And they got Arsenal left in the final of the Champions League. Oh, my God. That would be the most gut-wrenching, horrible feeling I could possibly feel. Like I don't even want to think about it. However, what I will say is if we get past the quarterfinal, if we beat PSG and we beat Liverpool, I am going to say that I think we're going to get to the final and win. If we beat them two teams, I think we're going to win it. We're just a momentum team. We're one of the, that's what we like. We like this in cup games, cup competitions. That's if we get past PSG and Liverpool. If we get past them, I think we'll win the semi-final, whoever it is. Doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Man City, Bayern, whoever. And then whoever it is in the final, if it's Barcelona, if it's Arsenal, I think we'll do it. I think we'll do it. That's my guess. I ain't scared of Liverpool. They're shit. That's what GT says. We play slightly different to when we played them in the last final. Yeah. Yeah, we do. I think we're more direct, to be fair. Bayern or Chelsea. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, it's going to be a very interesting run to the final. And Arsenal have no excuses to not get to the semi-final. No excuses. If you're an Arsenal fan right now, you are loving life. They are getting so much things going from this year. Everything seems to be pointing to Arsenal this year. However, maybe it's because the biggest bottle of all the bottles that we've seen over the years is about to happen. Starting with Chelsea beating them on Sunday for them to lose their spot in the Premier League against Man City. Yeah, that'll be beautiful. We need to start shaking Arsenal now. Get under their skins, beat them, put pressure. Man City, catch them up, take them off the Premier League. That's going to affect them mentally. Then they're going to go into this. Then they're going to go into this Champions League not in the greatest of form and a little bit dejected against the Bodo Glimt, who are like fearless. And maybe we'll get the luck. That maybe that will be enough to really hurt them. GTDO. We need the Avengers video. We do. I haven't seen the Avengers video in ages. Where is it? Where is the Avengers? Mook. Because it's PSG, it's only fitting that we do it, go. Because the last time I played this video, yeah. You'll remember what happened. If he was on playback, you'll remember.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave. Became Iron Man. Realized I loved you.
Maybe. We'll risk it all
I
today.
said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
The world has changed. None of us can go back. All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
No.
I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
We will. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Club World Cup champions assemble.
That's what I call the Club World Cup champions. You see that at the end when the trophy comes out? That's us assembling for one more time in the Champions League to save the world like we did last time. We're here to save the world again. Take PSG, take Liverpool, potentially play Arsenal. That there is the Darth Vader that we need to stop. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, there might be a load of you-know-what infractions after this, but if we might as well use this live to see how much I can get away with or not, especially after watching the live on here anyway. So we've added that in as well. Probably going to get a sound or an audio copyright, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. Parma's winning, man, killer. But anyway, guys, I need to dip. I've got to get on with my day. I hope you enjoyed this Champions League draw. It's been great. Make sure you give us a follow, subscribe. Later on today, I don't know. I'm going to talk to Matt. I haven't spoke to him yet about the preview. It might be tomorrow, the preview. I've not actually able to get hold of anyone yet. I've not actually had the chance to message anyone. So it might be tomorrow. I think I'm going on Carefree Lewis's at 4 o'clock today. He's asked me to come on. It's us against the Arsenal fans or something like that. So I told him I'll jump on. Plus, Lewis is joining us next week on here, guys. Carefree Lewis is jumping on after the Arsenal game with us on Kings of the Bridge as well. So you can see me over there with him, and then he's going to be over here with us for a live as well. So keep an eye out for that as well. Yeah, probably. Now we won't get completely ruined on one, but at least we'll know what we can get away with or not. Do you know what I mean? It's when you're doing it 3, 4, 5 times. So we'll see. We will see what happens. Everyone that's been here, over 200 people we had at some point. Big up. Ashraf, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. No Colwill, no Palmer at top form. This is different. We got Sarr. What are you talking about? Sarr is literally is our guy. Sarr is going to be our saviour. Watch. We're going to see it against Arsenal on Sunday. Sarr is the diamond that we've been waiting for. Jim, UCL next season. Jim, UCL, you think next season? We got to, Tim. We can't even say if or but. I know we've got the hardest. And you know what's mad? We've got the hardest Premier League run. We've got the hardest Champions League run. They have set us up for pure failure this season. And if we manage to get through this Premier League, through this Champions League run, and we come out on the other side, there is not one club in the league or in the world that can say anything about Chelsea Football Club. They will get. I mean, we've signed, stamped, delivered them all already. That's already closed the door, in my opinion. But if we go through these runs that we've had to go through, and we get Champions League football, and we win the Champions League, you'll never hear the end of this season from me. Especially based on the runs that we had as well. We have everything against us again. And we got Wrexham, yeah, but that's going to get harder. Even if we get through Wrexham, that's going to get harder. So there's no easy games, guys. So much football, including our football club. So much for them to get into. Maybe it's a bit too much. We'll wait and see. Again, the fingers are only going to be pointed to one bunch of individuals, and it's the above, because right now we should be well equipped to go into these games with a strong quality squad, and we haven't. And that's probably ultimately what's going to kill us, which means the players that are our best players in the team are going to have 10-10s all the way to the end of the season to get us through this. We're going to need goals everywhere from everyone. Everyone's going to have to contribute. And there's a lot of football for us to get through, a lot of hard games to get through, including this crazy run in the Champions League now, depending on how far we get with it, of course. If we beat PSG, but even playing them in the mix is going to be fucking hard work as well. Never going to be an easy game. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. We'll see. But it's exciting stuff. So much football. We might lose our second leg at home. I hope not. Anyway, guys, I will see you maybe later on today. I hope you enjoyed the live. I did. As always, big up to yourselves. We'll be back for, potentially be back for a Champions League draw. We don't know. The Champions League is finished, isn't it? So we know what the run is. So no Champions League draw now. But we might be back for an FA Cup draw if Chelsea manage to get through there. And the press conference a bit later. We'll obviously talk about that later on as well. Take care, guys. See you in a bit. Smash the likes. Up the Chelsea.